Hey guys, hey girls, and everybody else who likes painting. This is my channel. You're very welcome to it. I'm gonna show you old technique called the 7-layer technique, perfection by the old masters, of the Flemish Baroque period painting. This sounds extremely boring, I know, but here I'm gonna just give you a very short explanation of what this is. So painting, Bob Ross, what is to mix colors and put them on the freaking canvas, and it looks good. Some very talented people achieve very good results at this, but I'm gonna tell you one thing. If you like realism, many of you guys might not like it, might be more into the abstract conceptual kind of thing. I'm okay with it. It's not my favorite kind of painting, the abstract one. I personally like a lot more something that is beautiful and also makes you feel like, oh my god, this is so awesome because it's perfect and looks like the guy who did this had such a hard freaking time doing it, because it was not easy. What he did was something very obsessive and probably painful to the back. And I don't know, but this looks like it took a lot of work to be done this way, and that's what I applaud and what I like. So if you like realistic art, I'm talking about painting, you're gonna know that you can achieve with a wide range of pigments we have nowadays, and we've had for a century now. You can achieve pretty much every tone you like. You can pre-mix them, and go like on a method of proof and error, painting and repainting and adding some more, which ends up to a probably awesome looking painting, very heavy with lots of paint put on the canvas, and it's all wet. But there is a failure in this method. Even if you achieved the wide range of colors of a freaking of real life, which I doubt, I'm gonna tell you why. Even if you do this, you're gonna find out that your painting is not gonna last for too long. It's gonna last maybe 50 years, pretty much in good shape, but then it's gonna start decaying. The colors are gonna start fading away, turning grayish, especially the very, very vibrant tones like yellows and reds and oranges and greens. Pretty much you're gonna end up with a shaded bluish, grayish kind of painting. Why is this? Because when modern painting with all these marvelous pigments were invented, we replaced an old technique that had all the stuff already perfectioned, including the proof of time, because we replaced something called the 7-layer technique, which was developed since the Renaissance and reached a peak in the Baroque period of painting, about the 1600s or 1700s. And you're gonna see those paintings are in much better shape than modern paintings from the first half of the 20th century. Why is this? Because they had this thing. I'm gonna explain you a little bit later. They knew on a method of proof and error. They knew how to make the paintings long-lasting, to last against time. They actually developed something that now you might call it UV coating. Like in the printings, like billboard printings, they add this layer of UV protection so the colors won't fade away. Well, these guys developed that thing like 500 years ago, and we stopped using it because it's quicker to do it like we paint right now in modern days, you know, just grabbing canvas, a whole bunch of wide range of colors. It's also very expensive to have all the colors, you know. You don't mix too much. You mix 2 or 3 and you have the tone you want, you apply it, and you have your painting all wet at once in one set or 2 maybe. So that's pretty cool. That's very fast. If you want to produce like as many pictures, as many paintings as you want to sell them, well, you're on the right track. But if you want to achieve really awesome results, you're gonna follow this technique. So I'm gonna leave you with my ZOOEY Deschanel portrait, and I'm gonna sort of explain in a very quick way the layers, and then I'm gonna start with the next painting from the beginning. So get your canvas ready and everything. So what we're looking at here is basically the second layer of my ZOOEY Deschanel portrait. You can see I'm not gonna go through too much explanation about what these layers are about or how are they done, because we're gonna have the rest of videos to do that. I'm just gonna tell you this is right after you apply the first layer, which is a even layer with a very clear tone, the one you can see in her face. Actually, it applies evenly in all the canvas, so there is no big deal. I didn't took pictures of it, but you're gonna see that in the next couple of videos. Now this is supposed to be the second and the third layers, because you're gonna have to apply this in 2 steps. And this is, like I said, the ultraviolet proof layer. This is gonna make your colors are not gonna decay or turn gray throughout centuries, because this is gonna be lying beneath everything. Plus the darkness and the pigment used to make this tone, the burnt umber, works great for getting the next layers dried up much faster than if you didn't apply it, because it's dark, and darker colors gets warmer with sunlight, and if it gets hotter, it gets dry a lot faster than a clear tone. And just as this is lying beneath every layer, it's gonna, you know, like cook every layer on top of it. Now this is the next layer. It's called the dead layer, and it's supposed to be applied in two steps also. All I'm gonna say about this layer is that you are supposed to apply it as if to make believe that the subject in your painting is lit by moonlight. That's an art pop explanation. What I can tell you is that you need to make your subjects look pale. There's going to be a lot more explanation on the video corresponding to this layer, but this is basically it. And you can see how it looks awesome, even though it's nowhere near the half of it being done, you know. So the next layer, it's also applied in several steps. It's a flesh tones, and you can see now I did already the background, a little bit of the legs, nothing of the blouse because of the tones it's managing there, but I'm gonna explain that in one of the next videos. And you know, it's mainly just the flesh tones of the face. It's not done, but I already did the eyes, the face, lips, and everything that is her skin. And you know, there was a lot of work between last layer and this one, but it's basically the same. It's just applying the main color tones. So now that you see them all, I don't think it looks so complicated. It's just a method. It's just a method that helps you to achieve a perfect accuracy with the tone you want to achieve in every part of the skin of the subject and their clothing and everything. It's the closest you can get to a picture, to an actual photograph, you know. And well, here's so in the last few layers you add the details like highlights in the eyes, lips, everything that might be moist or wet, or glistening or shining because it's metallic, or the hair, and also the signature. It's basically it. Then you can see here I got it framed, and I guess it was a perfect choice. This frame is very simple, but it goes so much in harmony with the tones in the painting. It looks awesome, and it's even better when you see it live. That's the painting on my wall and my katana. That's it. Well, this is a very rough explanation of the 7 layers. You can see the results achieved are awesome, and the next portrait is going to be even more awesome. So that was my ZOOEY Deschanel portrait. It's a portrait I like a lot because, well, first of all, it was my first achieved 7-layer technique painting. And on the next video, you will see how I prepare to my next portrait, which will be Emily Browning. If you don't recall this name, she's the blondie girl from Sucker Punch, super hot. So I hope you guys are gonna join me, subscribe, and follow these videos because my next video is gonna be like super interesting. So peace, guys. See you around.